Yo, it's a lion's war, and the stakes are high. Lord Shadow steps up. He's ready to fly. Questions in the air, they start to rain. Can Lord clear his lane without any strain? How many deaths will Lord give out this war? He gotta maintain. Find the best counter for a defender. Lord Shadow's skill, he's the ultimate contender. The map's laid out, it's a treacherous path, but Lord's got the skills. He's done the math, checking the nodes, planning the attack. He's moving forward, there's no turning back.
Hey everyone, Shadow here, and welcome to another Marvel Contest of Champions video. So it's season 60, and this is war number 5. And we're going up against an alliance called Crippled Avengers. All right, let's see, who did they ban? Woo! So happy not to see Corvus banned. Bastion, Deathless Thanos, and Jean. Okay. That Bastion, I know he's going to be globally banned. I just know it. All right. Let's see. Spectate. Take a look and see what my path is looking like. Oh, okay. So Nick Fury does not need any particular counter on this node. I mean, a mutant would be really nice, but honestly, Corvus can still do it. And of course, this is a Corvus fight here. Iron Man, Infinity War. Definitely a Corvus fight. Corvus can take this guy too. And for Spot, I usually do Nick Fury. Although he doesn't have to have Nick Fury. Let's take a look and see who our war planner has me assigned. I'm curious. All right, let it load up. All right, Nick Fury, Dust. Oh, Dust is going to crash the PC. But, I mean, I guess I'll have to do it on the iPad then. But, yeah, Dust is very good for that Nick Fury. Iron Man Infinity War, Angela. Okay, we could do that. I did rank my Angela up and got her SIG up there, so we may as well use her. Let's see. For Venom, Dust. Okay. And for Spot, Okoye? Yeah, she could do it. And let's see. He also has me fighting Shocker with Angela. What? I'll bet you it's on that node with the I'll bet you. Let me see. Okay, no, it's not. Wait, no. Wait, let's look. Okay, no, it's not. I was going to say I'm tired of getting that route. All right, so Poison and Rupture. And immune to stun. Well, I mean, I guess Angela can do it. Honestly, we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. I don't see a problem necessarily, but I will tell you that Corvus can do that fight, and that fight. But I would have to bring Proxima for this fight here, the Iron Man Infinity War. And that would leave me only one other, which would be, I guess, Okoye to do this fight. And, and then Corvus can do this fight. Poison Rupture. But you know what? We are going to go with his plan. Even though it means I'm going to have to, for Dust, I'm going to have to use the iPad. Actually, I just may use the iPad period and do all my fights that way. Actually, wait a minute. Is that the only fight that he has me using dust for? Because if it is, you see, yeah, that is the only fight. If that's the case, I'm going to swap out Dust because Dust could have done the safeguard node. I was thinking that he was going to use Dust again. But yeah, he's got Angela on Shocker. And he's got Okoye on Spot. He's got Angela on Iron Man Infinity War. Yeah. So I'm probably going to go in with somebody else because Nick Fury doesn't get any armor ups. So any counter is going to work for that first node. So yeah, we'll swap out Dust and don't know who I'm going to use at this point in time, but honestly, most mutants are going to work. So we'll see. I might bring in some other mutant that's fun. All right, let's get on to the fighting. All right, we're going in with Okoye, Angela, and Chia. So we already know how nasty Okoye is. Angela is a champion that I think a lot of people kind of sleep on. And I've always liked Angela. I have been working on getting her SIG level up. I've been using whatever resources I can, Radiance to get SIG stones, all of that. And she is finally SIG 200. And I showed that to the group. And now, finally, she's ready to go to war. And we're going to see how she performs. I was a little bit nervous about bringing her in because I haven't really used her in war for some of these nodes, but I felt that she would do well. Okay, so this first fight is going to be against Nick Fury. Now, you may notice I'm not going in with a mutant. That's because Chilith, for me, is one of the best options for the encroaching stun node because I don't have to deal with it. If she gets stunned, she cleanses it. And that makes the fight so much easier. So I try to find ways to use her. And I didn't have any room to bring a mutant and then her. Reason being, I had planned to bring her in. She was going to be able to take that node, the encroaching stun, and the safeguard node. However, I was reminded that basically it's not that Chilith can't do that node, but there's one node on there where she will take damage if she cleanses anything, any debuff. So if you can do the fight without getting any debuffs on you, you're fine. But if there is a debuff, like maybe you get parried out of nowhere, that doesn't happen, right? That doesn't happen. But if you get parried out of nowhere, she cleanses it, she's going to take damage. So it's a little bit risky. So I was like, you know what? I've taken Nick Fury with Hitmonkey. And I know Chilith can take him. And as you saw, she did. All right, now this one is the one that I was worried about. This is the first time. This is the node that I was hoping she would be good for. Now, you see the auto blocking? I'm like, okay, she's supposed to shut down the auto block, right? But remember, it's per buff. So she just didn't have her buffs up yet. So you can see that I started doing parry, and then just, light, mediums, and all that good stuff, right? Medium, light, medium, light. Now, this is something that I did not anticipate. You will notice that she's getting no more power. I did not anticipate that. Because, see, Kabam has put all these crazy nodes together. So you got to deal with all this stuff. I got to deal with the auto block and the strike counter, all that mess. But now I'm in a place where I can't gain any power. But in order to reset it, I have to fire a special. Can't do it. All right. So that's what you see me now doing here. See, look at this. And then you saw that? I said, all right, I'm just going to start doing heavies. That should work, right? Heavy. And then I tried to do a heavy. It wasn't an auto block, but all that resistant. So I said, okay, we can do this. We can just keep on, slow playing this. Trying to hit him when he's stunned and all that good stuff. We got him down pretty well. It's not going quite as well as I was, thinking it would, but it's going. There we go. And we got her done. Okay. So not as good as I was, that I had in my mind. I was like, okay, she's going to shut down the auto block completely. I should be able to keep recycling my specials, and then we're good. But yeah, she's still a great option for that node, but just wasn't as good as I was hoping she would be. Definitely counters the auto block. But I can honestly counter the auto block with parry stuns. They do not auto block while they're stunned. So just playing in a certain way, I can deal with the auto block. But I still want to go in with somebody that can also deal with it. So that's one less thing to worry about, especially when you're having to fight Korg. Oh, man. You don't want to have to deal with his auto block in addition to Korg's usual defensiveness. All right, so here we go. And I'm very comfortable with this fight here. I can play it slow. I don't have to try to rush to get him down before that first encroaching stun. Okay. We do some nice parry heavies. Get some nice big bleeds on him. And honestly, I'm going to have a special one before the encroaching stun, right? And he fired it off. So now at this point, I can just wait out the encroaching stun. And here we go. You see how I timed that? What the AI will sometimes do, and he didn't do it here, is hold their special until the encroaching stun is about to hit. So I was like, But I'm trying to get used to, firing my special to counter the encroaching stun. But it was safe. Even if I messed up the timing, she would have just shrugged off that stun. So I really, if I can, I want to use Sheelith on that node just because quality of life. It makes it so much easier to deal with. All right, now we got to deal with Spot. And anytime I see Spot, I usually think Nick Fury. I love using Nick Fury against Spot, but Okoye can also work. Okay. One of the reasons that I don't bring in Nick Fury for this node, for one thing, he will cleanse when he goes to his second life. So if we happen to get messed up and end up in a second life, I'll be taking a huge amount of damage. Okay. Also, there's combat deja vu on this node. So I can't do the normal combo to get his nasty bleed. So I'm like, you know what? Let's just do Okoye. I'm pretty sure she'll rock. And you may notice I have not turned off my recoil masteries. No need. All right. So you saw that medium light. Okay. Parry, medium light. And I could do a heavy. Okay. But just parry, medium light. Now I want to bait this special out. And I want to punish it. Bam. Okay. That pauses the spots, so he can't generate those spots. Okay, so now I want to do a heavy to refresh. Okay, he's ticking down. And then I'm not going to complain. It happens. You saw me evade before, right? But she decided to stay still on that last one. Yeah, anyway. We got him down. Tick, 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 boom. Was not a difficult fight. Okay? However, we're not done. Now, what do we got here? Oh, look. We got to deal with Shocker. Now, I don't like fighting Shocker because he's sneaky. He be going unstoppable when he gets enough charges, and I never pay attention to how many charges he has. Not unstoppable, unblockable. I think I said unstoppable. He goes unblockable. And I'm like, ugh. And then you got the hazard shift, right? And he's immune to stun. Now, with the hazard shift, I'm like, she's not immune to either one of those things. However, get enough buffs, and those aren't going to be doing any kind of damage. So this is a good test for her. I'll be able to get, power. Okay. See all those armor ups I got? Okay. There we go. Ooh, double. Double trouble. Saw how he tried to get me with a double back-to-back special one? I was ready for him. See that unblockable? We got you. Oh, look at that. Unblockable. I tried to parry. Told you, sneaky. And here we go. Yep. I saw that unblockable. All right, here we go. Oh, and then a parry. What do you know? Suddenly he's real fast with the recovery. But did you see what I did there? I used my striker because he dashed back. And I used the striker so that he wouldn't get me. Go back and look at that. That could have been it for me. Now, I pushed him to a special one and then baited out a heavy, and we got him. So, not my favorite fight, but Angela got her done. And like I said, Shocker. Ugh. Don't like fighting him. All right, now that was the final fight for me of this war. We'll be back, and you'll find out how this war ended. And we're back, and unfortunately, we lost this war as well. That's 2 wars in a row so far. And not saying it's linked to it or anything, but I didn't die in either of the last 2. Maybe I need to die, sacrifice, so we can get a win. What do you think? Anyway, let's take a look here. Yeah. Crippled Avengers. Yeah, they spanked us. They spanked us good. Shout out to our MVPs, as always. But that is going to do it, guys. Thank you all for watching the video. Take care. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment. Let me know what you thought about the video. What do you think about the war? And you all have a blessed day.
Lord's moves are slick, dexterity more heavily, he dodged quick. Class champ, Lord the master of the game, cosmic science, skill tech mute I claim. Arena and chill grind, that's how he roll. No stress, no drama, just on patrol. In the fight, he's swift, his tactics be tight. Lord Shadow's in the arena, ready to ignite.